Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This will be caught at about the 6. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And his kick is right through.
The game at 10. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Chark set to return it. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a first. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Chandler Jones. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. They got his man complete. And they finally get him down at the other 46.
Well, he's been doing this for more than a decade now, showing that he's still got that arm strength from back when he was the #1 overall pick.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Hines. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. From the gun, here's Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one, but incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And here's Hofrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. From the gun, Wilson gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? One quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jones. And he'll snag about 5 yards down in the 32.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Second and 5 now. Wilson finding Knox there, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Dawson Knox, 32 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Their season, to be frank, is... And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Looking downfield for Godwin. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The Giants on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
No pain, no gain.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big run there by Jones. 58 yards. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now they'll throw it with Wilson, eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. From the gun, Wilson, and that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this wild card game, folks, it has been as good as advertised. A trail, and the Niners get there and bring him down. Bilal Nichols breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
18-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
To try again after the sack. Stafford, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Now it's Stafford. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. To throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Stafford. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Stafford now to throw. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming.
A 27-yard attempt.
Maher able to put this one through. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. There's Wilson. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
First down, San Francisco.
So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. This to advance to the divisional round. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.